guys, let's discover some more idioms together. And this topic is about nature. So excited. Well, of course, this idiom, the meaning isn't about nature, but inside those idioms, there will be some words related to nature. So can you name some words that are related to nature? For example, trees, flowers, grass, air, fresh air, or there are some adjectives like clean or fresh as well. So those are words that are related to nature. Name some more if you can remember. Let's see. Well, you can name some type of flowers, or there are some natures around us, some places like park as well. It's very clean. So let's learn some nature idioms together. First, let's move to the first idiom, which is a breath of fresh air. So can you find the words that are related to nature in this idiom? A breath of fresh air. Actually, there are two words. First is the adjectives, the word fresh. Of course, nature, we have to breathe the air and it's very fresh. So fresh is an adjective that related to nature. And also we have the word air, which is a noun, and air is everywhere. We breathe air every day, and we need oxygen to survive, and oxygen is in air. So we have the word fresh and air. A breath of fresh air. Does it mean like you breathe a breath of fresh air, like a breath? Actually, it does. But if you understand it idiomatically, it will mean a different way. Well, there are two meanings. The first meaning is a simple meaning. It means an actual breath of fresh air. It's like the air is very fresh. And the second meaning, the second idiomatic meaning, it means a change that is desirable. A change that is desirable. So what is a change that is desirable? Let's look at the examples for you to understand more. Moving to a new apartment was a breath of fresh air. Moving to a new apartment was a breath of fresh air means moving to a new apartment was a change of desirable. It was a perfect change. At first, we lived in a very not clean house, a very dusty house, and we're sick of it. So we moved to a new apartment, and it was great. It was a breath of fresh air. Like a breath of fresh air describes something which is desirable. That's it. Let's move on to the second idiom, which is to be in deep water. There are two words also related to nature. First is deep, and the next one is water. Water is also part of nature. We drink water every single day, and there's water everywhere, in pools, sea, river, everywhere. So we have deep and water. When you're in deep water, like it means you're drowning, right? To be in deep water, and that's where the trouble comes. So let's understand it this way. Just imagine when you are in deep water and you cannot breathe. So little by little, you will start to drown, and maybe if nobody helps you, you will die. So that's a big trouble. It actually means to be in big trouble. To be in deep water, you're drowning. Very big trouble. So why are you drowning? That's the point. So to be in big trouble. To be in deep water means to be in deep trouble. You see, like the sentence, the idiom, actually related a little bit. It related a little bit to the meaning because when you're in deep water, you're in big trouble. So to be in deep water means to be in trouble. Let's look at the example. You haven't done your homework today. You are in deep water. Like, just imagine the situation. You haven't done your homework today, and imagine your teacher asks you about it. You are in big trouble. You are in deep water. So instead of saying you are in big trouble, you can say you are in deep water. Perfect. So you haven't done your homework today. You are in deep water. You are in big trouble. Move on to our third idiom, which is to beat around the bush. When you're beating around the bush, what's that supposed to mean? Like you cannot beat the bush, that's for sure. Well, bush is also the word related to nature as well. So to beat around the bush means to avoid talking about what is important. For example, You ask someone to talk to you about some important things, but you're not ready yet. You're not ready to say that important thing to someone else. And you're to say something that's not important, like, oh, today is such a great day and I want to tell you something. It is, oh, I forgot, like that. You're not talking and you're not talking on the point. You're just avoid and you are beating around the bush. So beat around the bush means to avoid talking about what is important. Just like my example. What am I saying? Oh, I have a new backpack. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. That's it. So you're beating around the bush. You just avoid talking about the main things. And actually the main thing is you haven't done your homework and you need help, but you're not ready to say it yet. So for example, quit beating around the bush and tell me what's on your mind. You have like stress, you're stressed, and you have to tell or else you will be crazy and terrified. And you ask maybe your parent or your siblings to sit and share their things with you. And you just don't say just beating around the bush. So they say, stop, avoid talking about what is important and tell me what's on your mind. So quit beating around the bush. And to avoid talking about what is important. Move on to our fourth idiom, to walk on air. Again, we have another word and it's also air. Air also related to nature as well. And we have air in our first idiom, a breath of fresh air. So what's supposed to mean if we say to walk on air? Of course, we cannot walk on air. It's impossible. When pigs fly means it's impossible. So to walk on air means to be very happy and excited. You just think about something and your head is on the air. So to walk on air means very happy and excited. So next time, when you describe yourself, you're very happy. Try to say, oh, I'm walking on air, means I'm very happy. So for example, my friend was walking on air because he passed his exam. Everybody will walk on air if they pass their exam. Of course, that's the truth. So walk on air means to be very happy and excited. Oh, I'm walking on air because I cannot wait to go to the amusement park. I'm very excited. I cannot wait to go there, to the amusement park. And finally, we have our final idiom, which is up in the air. Up in the air, like in the clouds or in the night sky. Up in the air. So what does it mean by you say up in the air? Of course, again with the word air. So up in the air means uncertain, not sure what will happen. I'm worried about my future. I don't know what will happen. So here, my future is up in the air. My future is uncertain. I'm not sure what I'm going to be in the future. I don't have a dream yet. So my future is up in the air. It's uncertain and not really sure. So we have learned 5 idioms today. Let's review them all over. And let's see if you remember all of them. So here we learn nature idioms. And the first one is a breath of fresh air. And a breath of fresh air is a change that is desirable, a change that is perfect. Like moving to a new apartment was a breath of fresh air. It's perfect, a change is desirable, and I just feel good. The next idiom is to be in deep water. Means imagine you are in deep water, you are in big trouble. To be in deep water means to be in trouble. The third idiom, to beat around the bush, means to avoid talking what is important, and you should talk about other stuff instead of saying the main point. So to beat around the bush. The fourth idiom, to walk on air. To walk on air means to be very happy or excited. To walk on air. And our final idiom. Okay, here. Our final idiom is up in the air. Up in the air, do you still remember? Up in the air means uncertain and not sure about something. My future is up in the air. I don't know what will happen to my future. So up in the air. That's it. We have learned 5 amazing idioms related to nature. I hope you enjoy. Bye.